and also they welcome now to midweek edition of the program Money Coffee. We meet you live na SLBC FM 99.9 at Freetown. We regional station them, self-party station them all about na the country. Money Coffee na the point where they get to a other thing them where they happen all about inside salon. Where they bring on the program, your name na Ibrahim Samora and they join for the program with me company.
Salma Taba, good morning. Welcome to midweek edition of the program Morning Coffee. Today we send what say Doti Water Sefkin Otfire inside the program. President Julius Maada Bio announced date for the population and housing census for 2025. We'll talk to the presidential spokesman. As the national team Leon Stars play yesterday, we will look at so far salon standing. ECOWAS and the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency don't begin train well body will command them for handle people them with drugs in the country. As the Public Accounts Committee London meeting there with all local councils across the country on the 2021-2022 audit report, we will also look at so far waiting in pool day. Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority, we will talk to them this morning on the concern where yesterday we've been talked to a lawyer and a journalist. We write to the Chief Minister an open letter on the condition of government host them. All the story and more plus your message you will send to 034 100 333. Talk for today about Poly and Sports all day at the program.
Well, first story this morning, we start with the Public Accounts Committee. Outside Dondon, then hearing, but 22 cancelled them in the western area and other parts of the country. Inside the hearing, then be found out boku problem them the way they do administration and self how they know they hold the corporate business that the local council them. But inside the hearing, the committee will also be able for settle some of them issues so where then be highlighted at the Auditor General's report for the 2021 and 2022. The committee itself will continue with the public hearing with MDA and private institution them where they don't they use public couple for make them go do them program them with government. After their investigation, they also the committee we asked the Union Trust Bank, the Kenema branch, for them go pay over 400 million loans to the Salon Road Safety Authority in account M, then give them boku law them administrative action on them for take against them. We inside one part them, then say the branch manager for the UTB and Kenema, they say them for take action against them because they not do in work proper as them expect for do as manager. Well, me company, Dennis Fraser way, then a parliament, be they and police reports together.
For sake of the 2 weeks exercise, where the Public Accounts Committee we don't set aside for look inside local council their work, na the region and self na the western area. For sake of the 2021 and 2022 audit reports, this process be expose plenty thing them where local council no can get right inside and work, like the way they weak for control and corporate business and way how they can together couple for and on behalf of Salon people and self how they not able for collaborate with other people, especially chiefdom authority them. This 2 weeks exercise we been starting at Freetown and end na Potloko been see successful one outside the 22 local council them from the western area and self na the region them. They appear before this committee for clarify and self for verify the audit query them and recommendation where the auditor them may capture inside the 2021 and 2022 audit report them. According to the chairman, Public Accounts Committee, Honorable Ibrahim Conte, the audit exercise be indeed what then time where them be spent for address the gap them where them be found inside the way council them they manage their assets. How they can transfer them property, self multinational company them we not can give for comply with the tax obligation aside them within the operate and with some pan they operate at their locality they are. It carry on say the committee been do all na in power for me them go give clear idea to the council that will be appear before them and serve the public on how important to make public recommend them for be transparent and serve for accountable to the people. And it been safe for sake of this, then we take all the necessary action them against the one they will not been perform well. Some pandits in them would then cancel here being get inside their account book will not been proper and safe where the committee be looking inside Tranga one. Now how some panel not been they disclose their source, also then they collect couple and safe been talk about and challenge them, what then they get for where they not able for meet them budget targets, where then can they collect couple. Again, how some pan the service provider them, where they operate the system, where then they use like the cadastra and the Petra system for collect couple for the council them and other thing them where they say them service provider are not tap inside the country, but the other side. Same way so inside the investigation where the committee been do and be looking inside the financial and the administrative record of the local council there. And before not say, plenty by the local council are not be able for meet and targets for collect copper. When one of them key mandates, some pan the council them, especially the one in the Northwest region, they manage for reach them targets, just like Kayine district and other one them. But Cambia District Council not been perform well. Although this them been blame for how some political figure them been they ambog the work for collect copper and self been they tell the people not for pay tax to them as local authority. But this not been prevent the committee for them look inside the financial record proper. Also them be fair not say this council been get problem for manage finance. And this be made the chairman been vex say the council not been show say they're responsible for manage government in copper and been show say them be waste the council in money where them been collect and not been get proper documents for show how they spend them. By this time, the chairman not be with them for give valuation officer Mani Pesima, finance officer Molai Pati Kamara, and self the outgoing chief administrator Edward Alpha 48-hour period and been same so find them 5 million old loans for them be fail for show financial record on how they spend copper when they collect on behalf of the council and self other documents them we show how they implement certain projects in the council and self one them we been get for pay the council plenty copper. The committee been same so end this in oversight with AB find them where them been give to other council will command them from different parts them na the region and be same so do follow up audit on how they been manage public copper, especially one them when not been do so inside the public financial management law. And this the committee been say now for avoid misuse where public will command them can misuse the country in copper. The chairman be later talk say as the committee done in work this year we took a council them it go same so engage with them for put together one position paper especially for the one that we been perform well and this then go present them to the Ministry of Finance for make them go add panel allocation where they can give to them. Honorable Ibrahim Taha Conte carry on say inside 2025 the committee go look inside the 2023 audit report and for make sure say then give up to date record but how ministry, department and agency them been collect and semi so spend government money. And for sake of this make it say the committee now will get them again for look inside documents them where the audit them will present to them. But say that work day then for do and now with auditor them and always stay where the committee go come. And if they fail for do that, when they go appear before the committee, then go find them 5 million old loans and serve other penalty them where they go through because they're not getting documents here. As all this they be, the Public Account Committee be don't begin public hearing with all past and current vote controller them, core staff then a ministry, department and agency. As the committee be don't continue this public hearing with core staff then a ministry, department and agency, the chairman Honorable Ibrahim Taha Conte and other committee member them don't continue for deal with plenty other issue them where they inside the audit report now the supervision. This na be way for people back close panting them where government will command them can do we not can correct and serve how they can manage public office them and same so for recover plenty couple will be missing where amounts to millions of loans. During this term, the chairman been pulling out those say the Ministry of Finance gets a request now from MDA them where amounts to 198 billion old loan but we subject to parliamentary approval for waiting and call budgetary enhancement. And we say so this na couple really outside the budget where parliament to approve for provide service to the country. Inside one separate hearing, the chairman Honorable Ibrahim Taha Conte be order Union Trust Bank Kenema branch for pay 460 million old loans inside SLRC their account. This directive being come for circa 171 million old loans query where the auditor then be raised inside 2022 report where it relates to it and called financial discrepancy we don't deal between SLRSA and the bank. The chairman Semeso will say the branch manager for UTB Kenema for pay but 11 million old loan within 2 months and we also recommend for make the bank go suspend them, transfer am, and self-demote am from the rank of branch manager. For it the chairman called negligence and for we fail for do the right thing inside financial transaction them between SLRSA and the bank.
We recover the 11 million from him in the next 2 months and you give us evidence of a deduction. That is 1. 2, he be sent on suspension for 2 weeks. And 3, when he return, he be posted to another responsibility, not as station manager in Kenema. Because something has to be done. This is the fact. The fact is, you cannot sit there, armchair, armrested, and at the end of the day, you say somebody will take the fall for me.
This strong action, they should say the committee committed for the look inside Tranga one and serve for clear the plenty issue them where audit service alone be no raise inside the different audit reports them and where they are related to it and called financial accountability and transparency inside and different ministry, department and agency and serve private people where they spend public couple. The committee go to continue work and for sake of updates them where we go continue for the bring to Unu morning coffee. Dennis Fraser the report.
From the Public Accounts Committee, we dey go now and look at so far how some 50 schools then, where the leaders them, the one where they in school year, people where they beginning the good school, and the people where get say na Nongowa rural and Nongowa chief them say Kenema. They always concerned about how the delay and the boku problems and the challenges where they face the school feeding program will likely undermine the free quality education if they not take action on the one they were really for implement them. And they ask government for look at say the school feeding program for begin Team Up Tranga one, especially where school door open now. Then talk this inside one meet with them be all Natalia, Tuboma, inside Kenema, Kaila on Highway and Nongowa Chiefdom, Usai parents, them and other people let me say, made them find a solution to this because the committee the way for benefits of the school feeding challenge day. Safabi Moiba Bindede and send this for we.
My name Gina Abdullahi. I'm school leader KMDC school hangar. Yeah, Mr. Safab means we a gathering, but work right around for making me the government, for making help we also get school feeding in our schools then. Now no ruler. Now we don't do the training done. The government don't tell we say, because for them at school now take 2:30. Like schools then, we say what they teach, we say what they cover na no ruler. Some picking the common poor family. The parents they're not easy for me to afford what they eat for the day because it's not easy. But what you know what they try for tell government don't try a lot and even up to now they do one. They do for picking and they do for teachers. They will tell her thank you for that. But do your papa. Na beg we they beg you. We want to serve the parties feeding. No go ruler. We picking the one feeding. Especially we don't say we say we picking them for them at school now 2:30. And this training we don't go through. We don't do one. For make you go succeed more, we want to give you feeding now with school. That will bring retention now with school then.
Well, me na Peter MJ McCarthy, school leader na RC Bambao. Initial stage, I'm really happy we meet up this kind of we'll get this kind of opportunity from you because we find it difficult for the government. We tell Papa government, but thank you. It don't really try. They try. But the situation now is that after this we don't overgone this training, we don't know for say they don't extend the time from 2 o'clock to 2:30. And Nongowa ruler under Kenema district will not get school feeding. Can you imagine some parents they get small picking they take them to their school where they go with the morning time until after 2 before they come for them. They no one know. And most of these parents most of these picking there when they come out now lunch they enter na bush for go fem banga for charm. It is very disheartening. So they really try to provide government make it help on this school feeding. Because if you feed it not in our school, because they suffer. And most people that we see they're hungry, they go for lunch. They need a car again. Because they work out from 2 miles, 3 miles, they can't by school. So they even left school, they go to other school because of this school feeding. And they get so many questions there from the parent there. Why we not want to get school feeding? Why we not want to get school feeding? That question we say not only for answer. So therefore, that make we head there we thought and fish for come together and cry to Papa government for make you help we so that we go get this school feeding.
Mina So Brahma, National Islamic Primary School, Kwai. Mina school held. I just want for throw line with my colleagues them. It don't say where we don't they plan this meeting. And God don't make them, we don't get the meeting. And the main thing about this meeting, now for make we go talk about the school feeding supply, where it they go on and other schools them. But like we now, Nongowa rural, we don't so much suffer, and up to date, we not get this school feeding. This don't create too much problem, so much problem. Come and they come now we schools them. Then they take them, picking them. Then they come and go to the school them where they on this school feeding. Because their home they suffer, they picking them, they come, they're angry. So they're not able to bear with this situation. Far back, we don't get this training for numeracy and literacy. During the training, we be learn about learning difficulties. And at this time, one pan dey learn the difficulties where pikin dem dey get now we schools them now because we not get food supply. We know they on WFP food program. We school they don't MC. The enrollment don't go down. Nogowaruga, we really don't suffer. But this school feeding program, and we really want me Papa government as it don't do well, it they do well. And even the mommy self will not they left from there. We they tell them plenty take it. Her Excellency Mrs. Fatima Bio, do ya with the cry that Nogowaruga we forget this food support.
That now people will get concerned around the implementation of the school feeding at the end of the day.
Well, when they go inside Kenema, also the two accused persons them, Ibrahim Mustafa, we na under mechanic, age 20, and Joseph Boima, we na farmer in old 18 years, we then a Lower Bambara chiefdom. They don't commit in case na the High Court after they make appearance behind them before the presiding magistrate Sheka Papa Kamara under the magistrate court number 1 inside Kenema district, where then be hold them for 2-count charge of murder. Safa Moriba be at the court and police reports.
Safa in a Honda mechanic, age na 20, and Joseph Boima in a farmer, age na 18. Then come on Boabo village, Lua Mabara chiefdom, Kenema district. They don't commit a matter to High Court when they make their last appearance before the presiding magistrate Saka Papa Kamara na the magistrate court number 1 na Kenema on 2-count charge of murder. According to the prosecutor, Inspector Alphonse Samuel Musa, when come up from Legal Justice and Support Department, na the police division at Kenema, tell the court say for count 1, Ibrahim Mustafa and Joseph Boima on Sunday 21st July 2024 along Laleun and Mumpe village, Lua Mambara chiefdom, Kenema Judicial District, na the Eastern Province of the Republic of Sierra Leone, conspired together with other people they unknown for commit a felony to which na murder, that way they kill somebody. Count 2, murder, contrary to law. Ibrahim Mustafa and Joseph Boima on Sunday 21st July 2024 along Laleun and Mumpe village, Lua Bambara chiefdom, Kenema Judicial District, na the Eastern Province of the Republic of Sierra Leone, murder Mustafa Dennis and take away a motorbike. The court began forget sufficient evidence against them, and the magistrate Shaka Papa Kamara began for commit the matter to High Court. For Morning Coffee, Mina Safabi Moriba, the report from Kenema District.
Plenty thank you to Safa for that report. Stay on 2 case them where the courts they look at. So they continue with the go now inside Port Local. Would they go look at how also the aspects of the district agriculture officer, how the food system resilient project to carry on. The district agriculture officer for Port Local, Emmanuel Balamara, don't say the food system resilient project. He say a fine thing, he say any good because it will add more value to the feed salon program where government don't put. He say for make sure say this thing work, especially for target young people, them nothing way for also look at Boku side them where already be done the Hamburg if salon one really able feed himself and sell food them to other country them. Emmanuel Balamara have been the talk this way the open 120 training on gender gap and social inclusion at the Port Local City Council. Will be explained more to Hassan Bose inside this interview.
Emmanuel Balamara, the district agriculture officer, we look at the gender inclusion, how we will look at the role of man and woman in farming business, and how we will look at the gap with the inside the gender. We will talk about say we get more of particular people there, man for do waiting, and we get more or less of woman there in the access to resources where they for farmers then at the district and the country as a whole.
So, what are the categories of people who not get so inside and commodity?
We get the Farmer Federation people then, where na the farmers then voice in the country, then we get the machinery managers then, we get the NGOs then, we get other partners then where they part the agricultural business. Anybody who can is a wide spectrum of invitees them where they at this particular meeting here or come educate or raise awareness on gender mainstreaming in agriculture.
what are some of the key things then we would expect for the partners there and the people that we don't participate by the state for?
Well, one part, major thing they can discuss or way they take me to this 2 days workshop here. Now, for can educate we about gender. May we not only look at gender from a perspective, but we want to bring her inside the project concept. When we talk about gender, say the role play of man, the role play of woman, how each one will able to contribute into ensuring that the resources are equally distributed and man and woman get equal right, or they get to an extent, say, they don't marginalize a particular category of people, disabled. People the way we see, then get challenges or physically challenged. We want to see they all be included inside the implementation of this project here.
You na the boss and farm na the district. What in the thing that we sometimes they consider as concerns for Botloko district?
Well, the concerns there for Botloko district, we don't want to see a project, who said they implement this project here, we get violence against women. Where people in the batter or beat women there, or for say machine ring manager, then go work some side and then go begin to tamper with people picking them, or go take people women then at the hand. The project they against and frown against them kind of here as then they implement the project. Now part of the safeguards under the World Bank Fund project. I think the way they don't want to let it happen at all. Then they a no-go area, a red flag for the project.
Now, you don't see what thing they go on Botloko, and you been represent the Minister for Agriculture. What thing you been get for talk by your keynote address?
Inside my keynote address, I try to raise awareness on the feed salon strategic objectives. We are able to enlighten or tell the people that we present about the 5 strategic objectives of the feed salon. I take my time for explain about import substitution. We talk about boosting export earnings, talking about alleviation of poverty and malnutrition. I talk about climate resilient or climate smart agriculture, but then particular thing they, and I go further, will tell the participants then about the strategic pillars of the feed salon. And we'll reach to decide when our women empowerment and women and youth empowerment are the 6th strategic pillar of the feed salon. And I go inside and I will deliberate on the gender inclusivity and the gap, and how women and men forget equal opportunities, or therefore stop violence against women.
One part of the thing where we look clear about that speech there is the impact of climate change in your district. What thing you be the try for refer to?
And I be the try for raise alarm for let them know say this climate change na thing we real and it don't affect. And we don't see say Boku people they don't suffer, women and Pekin they don't suffer. Recently flooding take place na Bure, it take place na Lokomsama, Kikam, it take place na different part then at the district where we don't left people then some of them don't get home again, some of them rest they don't plant water, don't cover, I don't care and go. So these people are vulnerable to climate change. We na reality and we need to take action. We call on partners then for rescue. They will not get delay in helping them people here because the situation is very vulnerable.
Would they round up now how or whose kind impact this get for the achievement of the big change, game changer for the president?
Well, president where he says something, a policy. But we are the expert then, and we for ensure say we implement this particular one. So this now is a step in the right direction for make we able to achieve the feed salon.
In name na Emmanuel Balamara, in the district agriculture officer for Botloko district. He will talk to me company assembles inside one training we then do for people inside Botloko district, inside the food system resilience project we government and part of the implement other parts of the country.
All right, we continue the rest of the program. The program we listen to na morning coffee in the region SLBC 99.9 Afrito regional and partner radio stations. Then we also get we on www.slbc.gov.sl as well as on Facebook at SLBC TV. We continue the rest of the program. I want to welcome the presidential spokesman, Office of the President, Honorable Alpha Khan. Good morning, Mr. Presidential Spokesman.
Thank you, Salma.
All right.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, my people then.
Okay. Welcome, sir. So let's talk about the census, where the president will see don't deliver his statements on. More look at, for example, how significant that project that we announced be? For example, you talk about how that census like it will lay the foundation for implement within already the national, development plan and other project and how for even achieve international benchmarks and all. So more look at how this important, especially in terms of development.
Thank you very much, Salma. I like we use the word significance. Whose importance this one gets to we as a people. Now, Sierra Leone. Declaration for declare census and for conduct census now national obligation. We the leader of the country, now they declare and during set times. Sierra Leone every 10 years. But the law also allows the president for declare a census at any time when he thinks it's necessary in our laws. Now that make we been get the midterm census in 2021. But first, let me see who census come out. We all know, say, the time where the Lord Jesus Christ been born, na census night. Na go in mommy and Joseph, then go na Bethlehem for let them did it that night so that they go count them during the Roman Empire. That's over 2,000 years ago. So the first census for me, we mean about. I'll call and say happened at the year 1 CE, Christ everlasting, the day we born. And the second one we mean about. Now the one we William the Conqueror of England been declared in 1086, over 1,000 years ago, nearly 1,000 years ago, for make them go able to count people them for tax purposes. The next one we are know about, United States of America, 1790, August 2, for count the people in the country and all the households. Then in Sierra Leone, the first census now 1802. We now been the western area, really, they've been the colonials, they've been concentrate. The second census will happen with we in 1963, we cover all of this country, where the population of Sierra Leone at the time was about 2,100,000 and something thousand people. It was Nigeria in 1866. So every country, every responsible chief self, you did in your village. You find for you know almost people you did under your care. So that you go know almost speaking day, almost comrade, almost schools you for bill, which one have to prepare for food and all that thing in case of emergency. So even a necessity. Now that make President say for let we able to deliver on the national midterm economic development plan, where they run from 2024 to 2030, that is all the roads they will get for bill, all the food we will get for plant, under which kind of strategy we for use by agriculture, all the schools them, and all the picking they will get for take care of from now on until 2030. We need for know how much how many people there in this country and how many households and how many hospitals and all that. So now that make you don't declare census night for be 1st December 2025. We will be 10 years since 2015 because we own rule in Sierra Leone every 10 years. At the decennial, I mean they call it decennial every 10 years. So that's now in the obligatory census. The one way we've been declared in 2021, then there be a necessity for prepare for this one in 2025, where we call the midterm development and the midterm census. And the president, the law and the right for do that. And any president will ignore their responsibilities, then they really they do within necessary or all within necessary for the country in development go before. Because for almost people they know almost corporation for cook. If you know most people they cook for. That is all the census. Every morning, teachers then they make census. Then get register where people they can at school. So you know at any moment, almost people then are in school. That is very important. And in life, science begins by counting. We begin count. Anything we know sabi count, you know go able to control them. You know go able to predict. You know go able to plan for them. So now that make His Excellency the President, after the Parliament don't pass the statutory instrument we placed on August 8, 2024, for 21 days, on the 29th of August 2024, that instrument they become law. So now we are under obligation for do the census before the end of 2025. Now that make it on put 1st December 2025 as the census night, and 2nd December now for begin the census until the 15th of December.
So during the census process we get for carry on, with that's all the things so far we then get for put together, we go make the census.
I think say in my introduction, I don't talk a little bit about the things that we imposing for take into consideration. Anything that get for do with we welfare, anything that get for do with we health, anything that get for do with we support in the country, anything that get for do even with we energy, electricity we generate, earning the number of households so we get, the people that we need support, the people that we are disabled people within the country, they get for content. The one that we now play I then get, the one that we now cut food or something like that. These are all the statistics we get for take for every category. You know, as we say, we for try for make sure say we take along everybody is involved now, which is not left anybody behind. So all of this go show we. In fact, they call them a kind of household and population census. So it's not only the number of people, but also how the household and they almost people they on average they in each house. Now Sierra Leone and almost speaking they almost mama we sick and all that. So there is a complete program where we get for go to now make them give 15 almost 2 weeks for the census for take place. Through that time, Statistics Sierra Leone, they in charge, of course, supervised by the Ministry of Development and Economic
Mr. Khan, the old census in this country also, but many times the outcome of that census not can be well for some people. Them, for instance, people will complain say they not count them. For instance, people will complain say they just give figure where nobody no go approach them for talk. So this time, how committed is government in providing the required resources? Because we don't see the last so people want to say for the gadgets of statistics alone, because according to them, they refuse to pay them. So how this time government will show commitment, not only rely on donor support.
Well, first of all, that statement for say then go just write any kind of figure for me in a frivolous statement. Any responsible government, like I tell you, and any responsible parent or head of a household, you don't go just give any frivolous figure for tell you if or if will tell you say, pa, I need 12 corporates today because I get 7 people. We don't count them. So you get for really make sure say the figure we they put out as a responsible leader, whether na host or government, na the right thing they do. So the one the way they talk say they not count them, not their fault. I think say they refer to the midterm census of 2021. People deliberately refuse for letting count them. People they chase the census people, the census takers, for letting come out of the area, let them come out. The case of one councillor carrying a district, the region I come from, we don't see them. We will take they chase people them, the census people for come out of the hostel. They go into the houses, and in our opinion leader, they tell the people, "We are not agree with letting come to now." And if you don't agree for letting come to, you are not part of the country because you know the country, you know the inside. So that is not your fault. And me, they talk to me people in this time. If we are not say we are going to need medicine, we are not say we are picking and get for good school, we are not say we don't need a good road on one side. We need for know the population density, how much people there now, every community, for let we know within and get for do for now for improving our life. But if we refuse for let them come to now, then they will one, government no go like that. But you no get nobody for blame but yourself. Where the country in development, they put am bien. So the resources we will get for put together for fend for we not go able for know exactly what we will go bring what you get for bring now. Then you know can do because when a non bring camp, we'll find out say you not been there for where they country. And if you not did the country, I think you say possibly not did the planting here.
All right, more go
So
back to...
no, sorry, there's an important point that you raised. You see, if we rely on donor partners for this support, yes, we expect them to help us. But from the president in statement, it talks the government will commit all the resources for make sure say the finances stay for around this. And for the one they run away with tablets and all that, and again, a criminal activity. If they get for pay you, you wait make them pay you. Nobody not go refuse for pay you. But sometimes the money not reach you suicide for reach, or the establish they know they establish the systems for pay you. If you go seize the equipment where they run away with and this and that. Well, you came there without commitment and with that criminal intent. And then you know go find, you know go treat them this way. At the end of the day, today, nobody know they we go tell you say we be work, they not pay. It may delay, but they were all paid.
Okay. Mr. Spokesman, we'll go back to history. Yeah? I remember then it was in 2015, like you mentioned, every 10 years. We all know what be happen. For example, in 2015, it was the days of the APC then when they do that census, we all know the problems then. In fact, the government then, when it was opposition then, raised a lot of issues then around that census day. Because again, for them then the political interest override the whole aspect of getting a population and housing census. For country people, they will make sure say even the least post within at the least side able benefit from the but then telling about how the opposition now in government say no. In fact, then question a lot the credibility issues around that 2015 census. And then APC, we see them go create districts, them and all that. So if you are like say the political thing override all waiting and the census we talk about. We all know again the Drodrowe camp at the midterm census. We all know from parliament laying of papers, say to how we end up problem day. This 2025 census, the president said in statement that now how for plan for for push this country go before. No political interest in this again. Because we almost say many times the census, the political interest, they override the total, aim of the census.
Rather than say political interest, it's a political obligation. I tell you, say, as a leader, you for know almost people they under your jurisdiction. And anybody will use that for say it go use them for your own advantage, then definitely it don't make mistake. The one way not too much suspicion. I believe now because we'll not be communicate enough with each other. Now that this president don't decide, say, one of the key areas of governance we pay attention to now public education and inter-party dialogue. Now I am sure that people not go think that way. They all don't see the effect. When in 2015 we been do census in Sierra Leone, and luckily or unluckily, I was the spokesman then at the time also. I mean, then at the government, I was Minister of Information and all that. And we were able to talk to people, but maybe not enough. Because the opposition at that time, we're in our government today, they were already suspicious of the intentions. But the necessity for count, now for lay you able for categorize and compartmentalize, put you people them in small boxes for this community, now so many people are getting here.
But why the suspicion? You watch now currently.
Political interest.
In fact, you watch now currently. No, Mr. Spokesman, sorry. Even you watch now currently, even when President don't announce this, the opposition right now suspicion. Why make always when the other party they announce census, there's always suspicion? Because if the greater interest is about counting every Sierra Leonean for make sure like what you mentioned, put on a one box, don't say for example, Kailan, I so suppose it will not say for Kergo hospital they go cater for if you go now marketing and so. But why this suspicion? Why?
Well, now personal political interest.
But
Wait, no, I make I say obligation.
But you know it's about obligation, but
that
that
is the difference. When you give me chance, make I explain to you what I meant. Good. I say rather than political interest, local and political obligation. And anybody with own intention now for develop the country where they had at that time, it could get a political obligation for do this. Anybody with democratically inclined, no say census na a democratic necessity. And if you are going to come into the country and you have 10 years to do that when you come back, you get for make sure say the census, they carry them out in fairness and in all transparency outside. Let people then see what they happen. So the question you ask is why that? Now, because in Sierra Leone, we don't take politics make say when one party or one person in a government. For the period of that person they in tenure, the other people in the out. So they're always worried as to how me go try, make the next one be me own. Let me self take do that. Now I make I tell you, and I keep saying this. The best way we will go able for get Sierra Leoneans to start thinking the same way is one, we get a national development plan like how long get this one, where we all committed to, for be just the work of one party. To say that the development plan will run out from 2024 to 2030, that will be a national development plan, and as it is. And the APC themselves and the other parties like PMDC and PDP and any other new one that we want for camp, therefore focus on that. Say, for the next 6 years or so, we'll get there. Now this we want to achieve as a country. We want to build road from here all the way to Putoru, put it that way. It's part of that. So irrespective of which government comes, and when the time comes, another one will follow. Now that make I've been stuck say, I say let me get, rather than get a national individual manifestos, let me get a national manifesto. A national manifesto today means say during a period where we don't put out as a development period of say 10 years. That year, that 10 years, and so we want as a country. So irrespective of who that's not the driver, I would say in this case, the destination is the same. Let me say I get a bus where they travel from Cambia to Freetown. The intention is to move from Cambia to Freetown in the shortest possible time, safely. If halfway we reach Port Local, the driver then go for change and put that same driver, we take that same bus there. If we focus in a Freetown at the aim, you know, go see where I reach Rugby Junction, I go balance, I go make it.
So how this
that
time?
Is what I'm saying.
So how this time? This census government go ensure that the opposition no go with the idea of interest instead of looking at the right part or the obligation. When I look at the development side, how this time government go ensure that not happen where at the end we will see the opposition bring out another thing. You talk about everybody come on board and do the thing. How that go work this time? Assurance.
Well, now by inclusion, by public education, like which I did so. I am sure when I did talk show, not to SLPP people, no more they listen. APC people they listen. PMDC people they listen. UNPP they. And when they hear it, if they no see this ain't good for we all for put hand together and move on. Now for support the program, now for support the project, let we make sure see when we get this census done, we all happy with it. Because at the end of the day, they stand for benefit. At the end of the day, if you refuse for accept the results of that consensus, then first of all, you don't put a blight on the whole of the democratic process in the country. So if we really believe, say, Sierra Leone now a democratic country, and the decision of the people now we all the follow, you get for make sure say those people, we will count on. We know exactly how many of them they inside the country and how many of them need what and when. So it's very important for us as a country talk to each other, like how we do so very often now. We go to town hall meetings and all that, where they talk to people. And of course, when they don't declare the census, the next town hall meetings will be held. When we go upline, we're going to talk to the people. Let us know why this census is very, very important. So I believe, say, now the right thing I am President Bill don't do, now them now, in the opposition and other people in other parties, now they for come together now and say, let us work. But we see, say, the declaration with the statutory instruments we put in the parliament on the 8th of August. It passed through parliament without any objections. And in that parliament, you get members of the opposition. And that means they self-agree. Since it's necessary for them to do this census. So because this instrument don't pass, if anybody will get problem, now they even for don't raise an objection, you propose a motion for let them debate this thing. But that didn't happen. They allowed it to go through parliament and all that. That means they are all accepting, they accept within the declaration, therefore, okay. And they don't support them. Okay, so because they don't support them, and now the responsibility as members of parliament for them to go to the constituencies and the areas and the districts and let the people they know say this is not a necessity for we own development. Okay, more come back to a statement you mentioned that you not go agree say it's about political interest. You say in a political political obligation. Thank you. I say for B. If for B political obligation. Thank you very much. So more look at the aspect now political obligation as against within history or records to show. I still reference, for example, that 2021 midterm census. With up to this moment, some of them figures then the people them of this country, they question some of them figures then. So it's not about this is about census, a very critical thing. And like what you say, once you didn't have this country, then for country. But again, if you go pull, figures them, then people then begin questioning figures, and then the whole program they begin ask a lot of questions. How this time around will not go get with a bit of what may happen with the midterm census, sir. But you know what happened in 2021. Now people refuse for them to count them. Really, you saw that as journalists when I said Binderi, the reports from Karine. Now they read the reports from other parts of the country, like Port Loko, Bombali, and all that. Now people they refuse for them to count them. And if you refuse, you can't be forced. Law no dey force you pass you force them force you for country. If you not say no can at my house, I can't go there. I see some people they all think some people all cut class at the western rural areas, not the rural area now. They chase enumerators. So that it's difficult. Now the mentality of our people now they try for address, and that is why I'm glad you are in this job, because my intention always now for disabuse the minds of the people, not sit down let person control you for your own interest, not sit down let person control you for your own political needs. Now that you know development also depends on a proper census for letting know how many schools we need in any area or any community we need a school or hospital. They need to know the people them where they do that. So if there is a census, the people them for come out and allow themselves, make them good constant. Do you mean the big one me people them? Now for we all, then this political interest, it get for change small to political obligations. And political obligation actually means you have to think of the next generation. Our own problem in Sierra Leone is that we are thinking about ourselves. We didn't now. We don't think politics the way they fall away. Now we know the thing go far. Places like America, places like the US, the UK, then get people that we sit down for think no more. We think it will happen to the country in the next 50 years. No, we don't think beyond our noses. And when somebody comes with a plan, we go make next year be better for we. They will say, oh, now because you want to do so, you want to do that. Let me left the year so. Because if we don't plan, we go fail. Okay, continue for the to Mr. Presidential spokesman. They take talk for today and when they come back the program, they continue.
This na talk for today. Family, good morning. Today, I want can talk about this one rain talk for tap the Okada rider for the go na the central business district area. I know say family go no say not to the first term this talk don't come out. It don't come out so many times for tap them Okada rider so for the go na the central business district area. Now law we say they're not for goodie, but they're not the idea to that. Waiting at the reason we make them not the respect that law they now for try for fair out and for try for tap that. Because if Okada rider are not going to the central business district area, traffic go flow and of course they're not going to go and catch people and motorcar them. I really say Inspector General don't appoint one police officer we definitely I get respect for. We I think to not make mistake at all for that picnic. I believe saying that one man will bring solution for stop the Okada rider so for go into the central business district area. We for praise people and where they are alive, not to where they die. One thing where we for look at, where for make we tap this Okada rider them for the go to the central district area. It's not that therefore make sure say now any Okada rider we go to the central business district area we're not supposed for go there, then for arrest them and arrest the pylon. And when they carry them go, the pylon for pay a fine, the Okada man for pay a fine before he retrieve him bike. Because what they say that they seize Boku bike, now poorly the poil. Let them go they pay fine. That self go up as revenue for the police. Because if you just hold like so no want to go park the bike, they go take other one, a come. And we don't see say now, the bike them when a commercial bike, then they when they register, they get black number plates. Pass number you see at the corner one red where they write they come. You get the other one where they write PVR. And you're not gonna know the difference between the one way na private bike and the one way na commercial bike. All that for look up. Any Okada we're gonna the central business, then for arrest E and the pylon. Because if pylon go pay fine next time, and not go tell Okada rider say, Kemi go na PZ, I go give you 100,000. Because all money they go into them. Done for make sure say that law they evoke because we don't do this show all term then they get after 2-3 days or 1 week we forget about them but this term at least then they respect the law. Anybody where any bike rider we seen at the central business district area in the pylon and for let them go pay the fine. Lonta.
Now the time don't come so we go bring development here for we.
He don't come back again. Yes, it don't come back again.
Now waiting don't come back again.
This na other round of Sierra Leone Integrated Household Survey, SLIS.
Well, tell me waiting SLIS they bought.
SLIS na one household survey where they try for measure the living standard of people them that the country every 5 years. They collect useful data them where they talk about how we they live and that data they need them for development, for make law, plan and make decision.
But you tell me who stand this survey go begin and who side them go do am?
This survey go begin November 1, 2024 and it go on for 12 months now all the districts them across the country.
Well, tell me how them go do am.
Because this na survey, not to all household then go. Statistic Salon, when at the institution where by law get the power for collect data na salon, for sake of that, don't sample but 13,069 household them na the country. And this survey, then go do am na them household and they will not select where they across the country.
Well, wait to who's kind of a question then get for the ask?
Statistic Salon staff them go wear SLIS label t-shirt with ID card. Then go na you host, ask you question about your living standard, your household, what you una they eat, how una day, and other thing them where they go look but poverty business.
So waiting me for do now?
Well, you for there on the lookout because it possible say you host na one panel host them where them pick and you for ready for welcome and provide the correct answer as good citizen to the question where they go get for ask you and your household.
Member say this survey go help for determine the level where the poor dey and living standard na the country and it go provide data for help government and other development partner them for put poor comot from people them.
This message come out from Statistics Salon, Stats SL. They go to you.
You
listen to Morning Coffee live from SLBC Radio FM 99.9. Now broadcasting house na Freetown, we SLBC regional station them, and we partner radio station they all about the country. Radio station they like a voice of women na Matrujong. Zimi Radio na Makpele Pujong. Radio Wanjama na Pujong. Voice of Kisitongi Radio FM 97.7 na Boedutong, Kailaun District. Solena Agriculture Radio FM 92.7 Boedu na Kailaun. And Kisibendu Radio na Koindu Kailaun Sef. Daily Morning Coffee.
This na Morning Coffee na SLBC. Unu morning no na Potloko.
No dirai Carosons, Ro Potloko District.
Welcome back to the program. We continue the rest of the program on Morning Coffee live on the SLBC 99.9. We regionally partner radio stations then all about the country. I want to welcome the Deputy Director General for the Sierra Leone Public Transportation Authority and Sierra Leone Transport Corporation, where now Paul Tucker. Good morning, Mr. Tucker. Welcome to the program, sir.
Very good morning, and good morning to our family and our radio.
Okay, thank you for joining me this morning, Mr. Deputy DG. So more talk around. Yesterday we been get a lawyer and a journalist to write an open letter to the Chief Minister regarding the status of government bosses. This letter they all over. I don't know if I don't get a clue of this particular letter.
Yes, we don't get a clue of that letter, and I think I'm here to respond to it.
Okay, so yesterday we get, it raised a lot of concerns that not like a stranger to them bossing because they travel regularly. Say the wipers, and then they walk, some of them boss, then they lead, then they book down. And he write and directly to the Chief Minister. Me see how you go call Una to order because if you like so Una where they manage them boss here, they post Una they do now work well.
No, honestly, that's not correct. I just want to go into small history, but I think I want to recognize Ambassador Alaji in the house, man who I admire so much for your articulatory measures, and I think you will give me that grace of speaking, and thank God we're sharing the platform together. Now, come to me on topic. Mommy, you very well know that one of the presidential goodies we have until we have this country, the 50 million grant we World Bank been giving, will make we get what's be the IRON project, would be the Integrated Resilient Urban Mobility Project. When it is dubbed the Walker Fine, what people use in the salon. But a major component in that project today will be for transition SLRTC. That is SLRTC for Cs, 4B and operator. We for now change we role for make we be a regulator. And I make now you see even to the Walker Fine buses, now a metro company or now a private company, now they now the run them. So waiting SLRTC be there about not just a caretaker management in a transitional role until we walk through with dedicated timelines. And what were these timelines? One, we for transition SLRTC. Two, we for work on the workers then benefit. Three, how a new bus will come with another private operator. And four, how we will grant the fleets them. Now, I recognize the concern of Mr. Kurobro, but I think I want to say, I'm not going to somebody go on for steal a glory. And what do I mean by that? For the past 12 to 13 months, we've been on the work assiduously with development partners, with investors, for many new bosses then come for can begin apply them provincial routes. Because now, based on the pilot project in Freetown, we don't get them right. Now, the second component of even the project, another $12 million they pack them for providing another buses between 35 to 40, we go the service there, Waterloo axis, and then the number 2. And then we scale up to the provinces now, which man calls service synchronization. So in other words, you go left Kailan using just your same card, per the ticketing model we don't develop because we don't move from a paper ticket now to a real card system as kind of then getting abroad. You go tap that your very card from Kailan, you come back, you reach Nigeria, you go again inside the second terminal for Kautina Longbly or for Kautina the CBD using the very same card. So as a result of this transition, the engagements to be done, they go on for make other bus come. So we just surprised for make we go see Mr. Kurobro, go on our radio, even come into it, make you see the strides we don't make, and even to the grant we don't get now from a renowned bank for make buses then come, and trying to go hard. I think we're not completely right.
In the talk about, for example, I think you mentioned the component about grounding some of them fleets.
Yes.
In the talk about even the one they way they now, even the advice because of the condition of the one and the in as much as the plan for get same for, made the one and the pack first because it's not safe. The white panel they work even when the rain comes. You see the people they can take this Saba Wait, I can tell in the whip. He said the Boston, the league, then go broke down. Even that middle side, can't bench the way they put to your body, all go at, not safe. So in they say, even while soon they implement it, why not make the one in the pack?
We have solved this concern. So now we can tell you, say, the fourth component have to grant the bosses. But now, don't forget, we'll get 103 workers, then they will be done the work. When you grant them bosses there, you have to take care of the welfare of the workers. So which we don't do, look the letter there. Cleverly written to the Ministry of Finance for make we work on workers' benefits. We get about 13 billion euros alone for paying workers their benefits. Should you just ground the operations without you don't do all of them transitional plans?
So even when the boss are not safe?
No. Let me just conclude on it. When you would work on all those transitional plans, and then you make sure, say, you end the night with the grounding of the bosses. And what's the transitional plans? Then I watch now, I come with a check for you. This check is a check of 1.2 billion. What we don't do right now, call the workers and ask them the money that they are going to their accounts. We ensure, say, all them 5 months backlog salary.
Isn't a 6 months too?
No, it's run on for 5 months. Basically,
because
we don't get 1 month in lieu
6
and that. No, we don't get a 1 month in lieu. You can go and check and verify this figure. So that's why I brought it. And even all the papers in there, you can go and verify it, Mom. I think we are people of fact. So working on all of these things, don't forget, we are in management, we get a human face as espoused by the president we are appointed to. You cannot go and just sack workers them, terminate them immediately. You don't have something with them. Now, when school should open September, everybody get parental demands. So what we have done, paying people have 5 months, Ministry of Finance now, they can work on the benefits them. And by the time these benefits them, you kick in, we hope, you just grab you by boss. Forget a boss now is a complete theatric operations. One move from that boss now way, na paper tickets. Now, when you buy boss, one forget what you call intelligent solutions. And what are these intelligent solutions? I want for that boss, if you didn't have Bo or Kenema, by the real sitting in here of my phone, AGW 709, are they able to know who side it? Are they able to know how many passengers they? Are they able to know where it don't reach to me in Africa and how much it don't make by real time? So at the end of the day, if you don't employ these confidence measures, people will not invest their money for buying them.
So and they made the Boston still there.
No, them bosses not their own. I want to tell you, say within the next 2 weeks, finally all the bosses will be grounded. So if I go to Mr. Kurobuburu in Orge, they try for take. Now check in timelines of events. If you check the date of this check now from the 19th, 8 months. So we've been on this plan long ago. What it really gets to, it do not be a glory snatcher and you run with a glory, whilst we have been working.
What do you mean a glory snatcher?
Well, what I mean by glory snatcher, we've been on the work for pay we people in for.
So if you want to work, you get right for raise an issue. He's a Sierra Leonean.
But also, but I say
they use the boss them. So if you not safe for raise,
there is a catch-22 situation when we to these bossing issues. I always understand Freetown is not Sierra Leone. You get with very old people and they can come up, Bo, Kenema, and McKinney. They can't have free tonight for can check on the nurses, for can do the medical and other things. And that bosses that they use. What we have is the market integrity. Even with them boss, then they also, I agree. With people, then still, some people, then they, once not to government boss, they know the degree travel.
But when I make buy wiper, say then tear all the done.
Well, no,
wiper na more simple thing than for any boss. If you private,
it's a very simple thing for buying. Yeah.
So even the wiper then get for wait stay.
No, they don't go for wait. But Mr. Alma, if you just allow me, I will let the points flow. Now the fleets don't take 9 years. I'll make you understand them, boss. I can't do APC tape. Check the longevity is 9 years.
But maintenance, but maintenance is a huge problem. If you read in letter, we write to the chief minister, he understand the situation, but in concern, the basic maintenance, and I worry. He said, as a lawyer, we can go for talk case na bo. Deliberately, they use the government because for it is safe. And but if one of the boss with the hope say is safe, then are the opposites. Wherein they come, pass they use Saba soap, where the place dark, pass the boss park in a corner, where one say it go out. So these are the maintenance concern I get. Generally, the maintenance.
Chief, nobody not go
transition
for,
and maintenance.
Nobody
whatever affects maintenance with transition.
Nobody not go on for run a boss. We not go do maintenance. But I want to tell you, say the windshield on those buses. They don't come out now. Like when you get iPhone, you got iPhone 13, you got iPhone 14, you get that. The model of them buses, then they're not into production because it don't take 9 years.
But the production again, I don't want the corporation. Me not want the corporation.
Yes.
When I get fitters, when I get different people of workers within that corporation, so maintenance will be a worry.
Well, at times, most times when we just say these things, I'm because I want to allow me for that. Now, just like when you get iPhone 10, 12, now everything progress. I mean, for understand, say 16 they even come on by then next week. Then fleets here don't take 9 years. Then production longevity, even you go at the factory, you know they exist anymore.
So
what we have been doing, what do we have? What we have been doing now for use local alternatives. But I think those local alternatives have been obsessed. So now make us say in the fourth component, why is we don't get the workers
Do you see the safety of Sierra Leonean?
Why is we don't get the workers them benefits now? Why is we don't say they don't get all the payments now? The fleets then they go for a final grounding until the new World Bank thing by kicking when the production the procurement process could begin by.
But it's not a new thing. This is not a new thing in a salon. If you ask the ordinary salon man, if you want to listen, people will tell you say we come to government property, then they take a make serious in terms of maintenance. That's one. And everybody, salon man said nobody.
Well, what I want to for tell you
so whether I therefore invest on any kind of thing, if the maintenance continue to be a problem. It's just like money government.
Okay, now good. I like the debate, right? And I'm sure His Excellency appointed and spend power for whole land, Israel and whole countries for kind implement new measures. Those was maybe the history of the past. And I make now check, then call them a pilot project. So what's in a pilot? And until you can't try, immediately you don't perfect them, you upscale them. Go now, let you watch the work of fine bosses. The first you don't ask, and also all them boss then they. I know how many fears they used today. How was the maintenance regime? By the time they reach between 4,000 to 5,000 kilometers, I know say for withdraw and for go because what we have deployed systems in it for make withdraw when the old boss did not be getting down because they're still there in the history. So what did not happen? We are guided by the mistakes of the past for make we perfecting the things in the future. Okay. So that is what is meant.
Okay, Paul, continue for the retweet. Paul Tucker, Deputy Director General, Sierra Leone Public Transportation Authority, Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation. Thank you so much. Continue for the retweet, Paul, and the program we listen to. Now more go to something where, the people of Salon concerned, and they not get black, they not get white, they not get color, but people of Salon concerned about the status of the national team Leon Stars. Yesterday, we see Sierra Leone Stars began for loss 3-2 against Zambia. And a lot of debates are around waiting really at the status of, Leon Star team. I get my colleague journalist, Wayne Abulai Fila Conte. Good morning, Fila. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, Salma, and good morning to listeners.
Okay, a sports journalist. Yesterday, we see a lot of debates. On Monday, say sack this person. Fans can be really there on edge yesterday. What's the issue with Leon Star's performance? Because for me, and I like where they play tip where you get for the turn at the radio and the same thing no more. So what's not this issue?
Thank you very much, Salma. I want to say very important for that we clearly understand the relevance behind the national team, like you already mentioned. And I feel the people already take where they want affairs of that particular side, they need to understand. So now one area than the way if we for like push them and we go to the next level, a lot of problems we can get as football will bring back together, but don't forget about them. Issues than but I think a lot of people they run the game not clearly before understand it the impact of sports or especially football in the country. Now the only sport where you will see you bring different tribes, people from different political background or different regions together, they go dance and go enjoy when it comes to Leon Stars or football business. Over the years, people around the world will see, the money they spend by the national team is so much and the likes. And one will see the only reason why people they go back to the money now the fact that with the result not they come. Because as waiting me know from Sierra Leoneans, when we get the result, people don't even care about waiting then they spend by the team much that already. But when we need to get results, it give the government a lot of responsibility, it give the football stakeholders a lot of responsibility for go back and see. People will come back, then they waste this money, So they need to first understand football are one thing we right around Sierra Leone. People are so passionate about them and people want results. It don't come up from that days we 10 times we like Leon Star be the player. All man go say, okay, look, we could just draw a loss and come back. But when we get to the AFCON, it changed the mindset of Sierra Leoneans then. People can say, we self can do this. And they don't change the format around the way it used to be for the AFCON, like you already mentioned. So we be the struggle. But when they change the format, it can happen to Leon Stars qualify back recently, since we not be long for a very long time. So now people's expectation now don't go high because now they don't take with it. And we don't have a countdown again from that point because if you don't go to AFCON, everybody will have to see Leon Stars now they play African competition every tournament. And so then I want to with the coach and then one the way responsible, especially Football Association and the NSA need to understand that
people, if I for watch the match alone, the data people they use for what now a lot of money, you know, and also then they take the people from that they take from taxpayers' money for pay those players as well. But we don't get Boko people on the national team. One own selection of players. When you look at the kind of players that we people don't not to that way you need to tell us to say we not get this player playing at Germany. Now majority of Sierra Leoneans then get phone or then get internet facility, then able for browse somebody name, checking club where they play, and the rest of it. So we don't come up from that this way, then we can't tell no more say, hey, they play at France, so phone not be but everybody can just accept. But now, Sierra Leone want for see them players the way they play leagues them now Europe for they represent the national team. And that has been the problem now because when you go to the team, you see, you clearly understand, see, then they take players in that team the way they are only taking them for goal. And they're not to the essence of taking those players because they get for pay them at the end of the day. Whether you play, whether you don't play, they pay them all the out the actual money. So why take players when you know say I'm not for user? I just a goal to no more. It don't make any sense. And I think with all of the problems here we the go to see again because Sierra Leone only follow they will ask why this player not come? Why this player not come? The coach goes say, well, now the coaching decision. Well, this particular one, before we go for the 2 matches here, Salma. Chad, for example, before we go to the Zambia match. When we play Chad, everybody says this are the point donors then at the group. Point donor in the sense, well, we can say like the small group, the small team, but we get an opportunity for capitalize for get 3 points. Now they force will begin make mistake. I tell the colleagues, say, I don't know why we get that mindset there. Whenever Leon Stars they play, Timo either they struggle or Timo not too good. For me, most of the time they get that kind high hopes. But when we play here, you say Nigeria, we play Ivory Coast, we play bigger nations there. You go see all more gain strength. Like for saying at that moment, so tell the player for them go sell them. But until they play against feeder nations, small nations, then you can be surprised for the last time South American principle good go the kind team and the Chad now like the feeder team at the group before we come. So they only win out and call them then 2 matches then for qualifier the CAF preliminary where Leon Stars not play. And when they can all the other matches they when they play 4 of them and then we don't lost them when they can't face Leon Stars. And for all we take your chances, good go for that game day. That will be one way a lot of people be so displeased about. Okay, the manager, okay, we'll go now, we'll go face Zambia. Yes, Zambia is one great nation where at a point in time they'll make huge mark in football, now the African Cup of Nations and other parts. But recently, Zambia, they fall below par massively. Before they play Leon Stars, so they lost 6 games. Before they play Leon Stars now, they lost 6 games coming into these fixtures. So why we, they almost say, okay, now away we go. But when we watch the match, like you rightly say, Salma, a lot of problems around players' management, and Uda need for dinner disposition, Uda need for being position, or Uda and the player who think say need for the represent the national team, where we know they see they represent the national team. Now to show how serious Zambia were, then we don't already pull them 25-man list of players who for play then 2 matches the way then just get 2. And then the coach, after I don't see the team say they get problems around the defense. Yesterday before playing Leon Star, they include another person back at the team. Will not be the right back. And not be the team, 25-man, we don't mention the team name. But when the coach thought and fit say, I can't face Leon Stars now, and this particular match very, very important, it bring in another player. Whilst for we Leon Star, we lost one of our key midfielders in the game. We not replace anybody with. I will just say let's just go again with. We for don't understand the importance of that fixture. Because if we get a draw, let's say a draw or a win in that fixture, if we don't put you in a better position for qualify to the next AFCON. Now we don't go to that match and the match be so disarray. You don't even follow Leon Star recently. Say that's not the way we play. No leadership now the team again. See people away players can go turn to and look sense. I want to follow this person or I want to let this person die. They just play the ball helter skelter. And I feel say the coach where we didn't have the different out and call. I get the head coach when I coach and to carry many technical staff. The need for understanding the game more than even the Sierra Leoneans already right across because them playing like Kamilu Kaimi playing the rest of the other playing and they also now they coach the team. So if we don't get to that point, the need for understanding say Salon people are not to that time ago will say this time around people want to go African Cup of Nations. And it don't can be risky now in a position where the last 3 mini matches after again for either a must win or so wait for take Leon Stars to out and call them the AFCON. And we are playing against Ivory Coast. And then are the group leaders now. Ivory Coast, when they know the importance of getting 3 points from Chad, when play yesterday, Chad be so very hard for them, but they look at us and say, no, if we can't sleep and get a drop on this game, Leon Star and one team, anytime they face them, they know the difficulty when they go to, even if they beat 3. So they use all their might for beat Chad, and I don't know what they feel for realize. Also, the playing teams here for them to say, well, this particular fixture, now one would go for going. If for them now mindset, but now it's a point, one man say, now we'll go, let me go this. We don't come up from that point, and the expectation now is very high. Salma, people expect a lot from the national team compared to waiting with the season, and I think say we need for the sort out them problems today before going forward.
But again, I don't know, because the arguments will be there around.
Yeah.
You know, comparison begin come about the coaching style.
Yeah.
During John Key's time, problem they say they frown at the way of playing when I'm more of defensive way. We hope with Amidou Karim with experience will be kind of different way.
Exactly.
But still, Salman is still able to see changes within the Leon Star team.
Well, like I say, again, for do with personality wise. Now, like you already mentioned, the two coaches can get different philosophy or model in which they play. Amidou Karim, they play different model in football. Now, that make even Sierra Leone be expect to when they carry with Amidou, the style of change of playing at the national team will change. Because when we don't watch Amidou over the years, like for 8 or 9 or 7 years with FC Cologne, Amidou now one of the coaches will make FC Cologne play beautiful football. I think so that even sometimes the SLF thought things so well. Probably this man can carry this model over to the national team compared to like you already mentioned when John Keys. John waiting in prefer getting goals and play high block defense for protect what he don't get. Amidou rather he believe in playing beautiful football and getting the results. But that particular that's what we expect from now. 90 people need seen at the national team. Over the years we don't cry. We get players that will be need for in this particular squad. But for me, from when I call the squad, I was like, how will they call team? This now first 2 matches then for qualify to AFCON. And then we go to like Nigeria with the play. Me that's what I see like them go and take their fixture. And they fail for LIC. This now AFCON out and call qualifiers, not only kind out and call normal game. You take players where say go with players where they play, the watch where they play league week in, week out, or where they present the clubs them. You don't come from that in a way. If they see other nations in Africa, then get players them way. The other they play said they find it difficult for can play at the home team. Now we the cow you and they play at the clubs them for can play. So now we get lots of players them we're very active. One of them we say he active in football yesterday. Now the young man from Crystal Palace. Everybody expects yesterday that Amidou Karim will start the young man due to his performance in the last match we play na Liberia. Also, you look Musa Noah Kamara when they call Musa Tumbo, when they the salon favorites or whatever. A lot of people feel like say they play bad yesterday, but we were on the full football. The team be under a lot of pressure. After every 30 or 20 seconds, we get for go after the ball. And when you play as a striker in that way, you suffer more than when you suffer the defenders. Then when if I they play for Zambia team, that kind of attack yesterday, me I strongly believe we forget 2 or 3 goals for against Leon Star. But the model which they made the player they suffer too much. You look at Augustus, when now we key man now for the national team. A lot of people expect the man say, when you look big teams them, then they protect and stars them. In the sense they say, okay, you just wait around here, we'll get the ball, look out and you go do the business for you. But now Augustus now get for good score for you. Augustus get for the track back. The players don't get for take the game forward. All the time they get for the track back. And you waste a lot of energy. You waste a lot of time on tracking back for help the defense. And we see the kind of work where they put the defense to. Another thing where I think is very sensitive, Salman, that when you look at the goalkeeper, let's start from the goalkeeper now. The height wise, yes, is good. His in reaction time very good. But when you look at the height, every other professional in Europe, when they come for play game, they see that kind of height they now good. They're not free for take any chance. Yes, it's good. Nobody will dispute that fact. But we need to move away from that. We need to go now to another level. You understand? We need for friend keeper the way they up to that. We Chelsea bigger the keeper. Keeper is Abalaga. He's a very good goalkeeper. But because of him, the size, everyone now look for goalkeeper and say they crosses them. Not so only the defenders and need for the work. The goalkeeper as well need to be very active. One other example, like you watch Arsenal last season or season before, like you get Ramsdale. Ramsdale will be a good keeper, but when you look at the structure as well, Arsenal they suffer when they pull crosses. Despite to be there in form, the problem one person will argue say, hey, Fabianski don't do this, don't do that for the team. Despite Ramsdale be there in form, Arsenal thinking going forward say, no, we need somebody we get good height, we for do this and do that, and we get them. So we need to move, we need to for time for progress and get some matured players because now they say they want for just get all the matured players who don't play for the national team like often. And now they happen already. The transition that way they say because at the time I can't play, let all them young and it happened already. You get forget leadership. In all the teams that Europe they see. Cruz don't go off Germany team for a while, but when Germany want for go the last competition, then go and go talk to them back and say, we need your service, despite you be all Risa, and we get them players and they not even Risa reason. Some they still play, but we don't know any call them say because of age or but the players are active, get them to play for the national team, let them give results.
Okay, they come back to Ifela.
Well, they go to Wilder Story. This time they go about health business outside the National Drugs Law Enforcement Agency and ECOWAS. They do training for nurses in the country for men go look at for prevent addiction for people like when they take drug bad like the kush and other drugs them. The training they on board within this training go bring come in terms of fed drugs business in the country. We did with the Director for Drug Prevention, Education and Training, Ibrahim Samuel Duba. Good morning, Ibrahim.
Good morning, SLBC. Good morning to listeners.
Yes, this is final phase of the training. So tell me the importance of this training.
This training, in first and foremost case, I want to say thank you to SLBC for taking this opportunity and follow up on that particular training. Way back in 2001, or yes, 2019 rather, 2019, ECOWAS began to start this training of addiction professionals. The first and foremost thing, they start with core drug educators. So ECOWAS take we through the core drug education program and then give we them support in also preparing the strategic master plan and validation of the strategic master plan. And then we start the second phase of this addiction professional when our UTC, Universal Treatment Curriculum on Addiction. This UTC training are one of the international courses that we they train addiction professionals in other ways how to fight against drug and substance abuse. You get so many phases. You get the UTC, you get UPC. The UTC, they talk of the Universal Treatment Curriculum. The UPC, they talk about Universal Prevention Curriculum. So presently, the UTC, this is not the final phase of the UTC training where we hope for, say, the last for 9 days. Then after which we get for sit to the final exams. And the final exam will likely be early February next year. Then after which, then they're going to be certificates to the addiction professionals there. We're going to serve as the country representative, as master trainers them as well, for replicate this training to other health professionals. And but at the start of this program, you find out say a cut across different people. There are social workers, there are representatives from correctional services, representatives from the military, representatives from the Sierra Leone police, and then we have the psychiatric nurses. You know, so it comprises of different composition of people from different walks.
So, Mr. Duba, this training they come at a time where Salon, the American and West Africa, where they struggle with drugs for drug abuse, like a big challenge, the kush. So, which changes this will bring in the feds?
It will get a lot of changes. Even before now, the one that will be done, they do the training. They not be done be certified it as addiction professionals, but with the knowledge where they be done give them prior to this event where that happens now, or prior to this pandemic where that happens now to this nation with respect to drugs, you notice them people that are come on board fully work together with the National Task Force, work together with the Ministry of Social Welfare for ensure they then give the capacity. Because in one of almost way, this were important, now the human capital development this. Because if people not get the knowledge with respect to how to fight against substance, it could be a blind fight. But with that few basic knowledge where people they don't get, then they're able to fight constructively, and everybody gonna know say this is not about taking glory for oneself. It's about fighting a fight for the good of every citizen of this nation. So I believe say if Sierra Leoneans get the opportunity for get this kind of training, it will get a lot of boost in knowledge base for ensure say we will able to fight this fight against drug in this country holistically, and it will be every man or everybody hands on deck for ensure say we get a country free from substance abuse and drug.
More talk around them. For example, Dr. Jalo, we in the psychiatric hospital, talk about how, for example, this the why we don't train so can also provide a lot of for handling, how it also add value to the hospital, where we all know so they struggle a lot to handle people who take drugs.
Well, as you notice right now, like I say, people do not be done it. We still get representatives them like the Sierra Leone Psychiatric Hospital. No, and one thing where this ECOWAS program brings so much to the value of the fight against drug, now the fact say one, it ensures say the capacity of people that don't be upgraded with the knowledge base for the fight against drug and substance abuse. And when you look at drug fight, it not means no more than psychiatric doctors and no more can fight them. You understand? Every different areas are involved. We get the social workers, we get the addiction professionals, we get the psychologists, we get the doctors. You understand? Because in terms of comorbid cases, where in the person gets both mental health problem, they get substance use problem, that automatically don't make that person be a comorbid. And so therefore, there is a medical composition where you need a medical doctor intervention. So if the medical doctor don't do a own prognosis, he don't know the problem, then he can push the problem to another person because of what's in the questioning or the epidemiology of the person will get affected with the drug use problem. So it's a whole, it capacitates the entire hospital. Because presently, the KISI not just they deal with mental health cases. That's one thing again we need for bring to the public. KISI not they just deal with psychiatric cases. There is a whole rehabilitation facility inside the KISI hospital. And in fact, Yana one of the only comorbid enhanced treatment facility where we get that Sierra Leone. We mean a comorbid enhanced facility, a facility where they deal with drug use problem, a facility where they deal with mental health problem, a facility where they deal with medical conditions. So now a comorbid enhanced treatment facility where we only get that Sierra Leone, and we all the give support we expect to the one day we they go there for addiction issues.
Okay, continue for David. We start the program now, Morning Coffee. More listen to what the ordinary citizens they make of yesterday's game between Beyond Stars and that of Zambia.
Well, I expect the star for win because we get the players there. But we just need the right strategy or put the right things in place for playing the game. Because Salon get talented players there. But if they will call them, encourage them, do the right thing, no more be say every player they expect. They're going to play the game. Salon will be successful. Salon get talented players and they will be so get to be say now second nationality like look like then Chaloba, the two Chalobas of the one of former Chelsea, that all for them become Sierra Leoneans and maybe not because of the encouragement and all that thing. But presently, as we see things ago, some players then the waiting say for camping for Salon, then the encouragement they give they will see. So they could call these things. I'm not saying they do the right thing, call them, encourage them, and they use the right strategy, we call the right players, and not just because of influence and all that thing. We can do right for Salon. Salon they win anyway. I get that confidence.
That now one posting where actually they talked to Mohamed Lamin to hear in relation to what he make of yesterday game. The same thing we feel is about how them for bringing professionals. The motive a breaking story from Bond who side and say drowning don't the boku this game. They don't be a concern to them. And waiting to worry the community people and others. Then say when people that can not drown and they find out say when they don't pull and some body parts and they wouldn't can pull. But then this one creates a lot of mixed feelings among people that are in the special way they can do take them body from the water. One of our partner radio stations, them when a radio Bontico na Bond, the station manager Matthew French, we look at how this thing don't be a security concern to the people that are in the because of the Bokyo drowning.
Incidents. Now, Bond don't become extreme. The rise in drowning incidents. Now, Bond don't become extremely alarming. Nearly a month ago, 10 fishermen then go na sea for fishing, and out of the 10, now only 5 survive as they encounter rough weather na sea. 2 days ago, one family member where they go for attend a remembrance ceremony for the 5 people them we been left na water also lost in life through drowning. Yesterday, a lactating mother and a few months old pikin drowned as they try for access medical attention inside a dugout canoe. This na serious concern for the Bond community people them. And for sake of this, Then they call on relevant authorities, particularly the Ministry of Health, through the government, for provide a standby speedboat for the Bond Government Hospital. This will ensure the timely transportation of pregnant women and lactating mothers, especially the one with the far distance. Well, another tragic incident don't happen inside Bond again. One man and in Pekin will just sit to the National Primary School examinations also left Nawata together with Indadi. According to sources, yesterday, then go for go cut wood inside a dog out canoe. And from 10 o'clock, we then depart the shores of Bond. To 6 o'clock evening time, family members not able to see them, and this raised serious concern for the community people and the entire family members. The Bond Municipal Council and other concerned people, including family members, we go on a search for find them people here and know which are the cause we make them not come back yesterday. Unfortunately today, a surprise the Bond community people for see the bobo in Taiwan na see afloat and transport them to the Bond Government Hospital. After a few hours, the searchers we go now see for look for them two body they also call them say they don't see a drown, and later they also see the daddy himself drown in the water. But what you know bring concern to the Bond community people now the way how they see the body we then transport na the Bond Government Hospital mortuary. And so it been look like we myself been go na the Bond Government Hospital who say plenty Bond community people and family members them been there. Family member we are talk to mean get this for say.
I mean our best man, now one of the family member, best man Baka, and then a bunch here. So yesterday we'll be there at around 7:30. Naim went call me that I be in one village. They say where a brother because I'm married to him sister, and they come to in Sako. We said big. So for yesterday because the time be too late, so this one we decide for go out. So try for friend, so obviously go make. Or we book some Sarah later now. We go now for me to dig the graveyard, for me to put the pikin to rest. We did it now, and they call say that they said they don't see him. Now this people asses. So count them. So we don't count at the hospital. So they don't can do hospital Panam. But we not book the family. They will not be satisfied. We say pow pass to cancel that body. They pow for cancel that body. Then with the family who don't cancel that body, they will not happy at all because they have the body day. Some parts at the guy. Until tomorrow, we could find this which go to the government. So me talk on behalf of the family.
Now this morning we then go find them and see the picking first. We then count the picking in yai come out. They pull in yai, then in face all part of the face a cut. Later on within the area where we go for investigating at the house how the thing take place. Then later on they call say they don't see the daddy. They will go collect the daddy, then count and then do post-mortem at the mortuary. So later on we see the daddy, the jaw of the both and left and right part, the jaw all in cut. You understand? They get cut in hand, they get cut in leg, they even in balls. Also in balls they chair.
but they not able to pull the balls. So if I turn as somebody will drown, then we go don't know say that all not for don't happen, because one, if somebody drowns, according to we own locality now, if you drown at 3 days, they take underwater before ever it can up. But they make the man float, they all two float. So they take them cow then. So this we find in there because they not prove so nobody wrong or guilty. The police and the investigation. We back as civil society would they be in there for monitor as to how they for judge this case, because they say they for can they not for everybody until they investigate thorough. They for put formalin until the pathologist come for do investigation, whether they involved or they not involved. They not find nobody guilty until and then they come and do proper investigation.
As all this they be, what in this mean for the Bond Municipal Council? His Worship the Deputy Mayor, Daniel S. Bangali, been talk this.
Well, it is very sad we alone can't look this body here. At the end of the day, we enter at the place, we see some cut on the bobo up on the man, he ace or two not the day, he eye parts, then they destroy again, he neck, then they again. Then in leg again, a very big cut day towards the waist part, down the self day, then in arm again, the cut day again. So this don't become very fearful and very tragic now in the hands of with the council. So we self decide now together with the councillors, follow we wait for the doctor report until the doctor report come out. Then we self we follow the doctor report, we go to the police. Then exactly what we see, it was the exact statement with the doctor write in the hands of the police. So the family members then become so worried, they want to create problems. So, but as a leader, I even talk to them, say let them exercise patients, allow them, they can at the hospital, talk to the hospital management, till they come, they can't see the body, then I talk to them, say let them exercise patient, let them go. We don't formalin the body, and now I don't even ask say the body for remain in the mortuary. Tomorrow the family take decision to go better.
I take me time for go na the Bond police station and talk to the OC na the Bond police station, Eunice Atre. He tell me say then they wait for medical report from the medical superintendent. Meanwhile, investigations they go on. After all this, the medical superintendent na the Bond government hospital not been get anything for see. The only time where you go able for talk na the time where you go get words from the Minister of Health and Sanitation. Well, we dey look for see waiting get for happen after the investigations for SLBC Morning Coffee. My name na Machi French, the report from Bond.
Taste the magic of Coca-Cola. Your favorite taste don't come na 300ml rubber bottle them. And you know what in that one they mean? You go get boku refreshments and feel the magic with every sip. Your favorite drink them Coca-Cola, Fanta and Sprite. Then now all them big and small shop them na tongue. Yes, now all the retail outlets them. For just 8 leons no more. Find your favorite Coca-Cola, Fanta and Sprite for more refreshments and more magic. Coca-Cola, real magic.
The program where they listen to in the morning coffee want to blend the thank you to the station manager where they want to go on for the report stay on the level of drowning where they take place, and also the body parts them where they come out of them people where they don't be a concern to them. So more talk around this training, Mr. Duba. How when I get for because also this is like an ECOWAS project. I wanna also for make sure say it not just be like a one-off, because remember Ibrahim just tell you about how they struggle with addiction and they were now an addiction specialist.
The training gets what we call continuity where the aspect of the eco training. One way they train so on this first batch, this one are the master trainers, then are training of trainers. So the eco training therefore be like the other aspects of the training. We are in this batch therefore involve more health practitioners and civil society or social workers for train them as well for make them able get these various professional training in other parts of the country. So we hope for say after this we'll be able to secure ECOWAS again for see the need for support the other trainings them we want for them we do at the other regions. Or if not, we can see how government will come on board or the agency through a lobbying skills through government for ensure say we would do the particular trainings there to other health people.
Okay, continue for David. To go through the messages. This one say, thank you so much, Morning Coffee, for bringing the SLRTC now then on transform to SLPT. You say, thank you, Mr. Tucker, for being at the studio. You say, but I tell you, I don't want to make you with the defend issues of maintenance. I think we from learn from waiting they carry on currently in terms of how it is graceful. Compare that 9-year government boss day and, for example, other best them and other people will not all want the same year in time. So please, make you know the defend thing we wrong in the country. This one says census always a good thing for know the amount of people that we get. But Salma, they tell you this census again, you go take and say that the political interest and get for override everything because some of we the non-country tell not see no impact in our lifestyle. This one say the court system for independence and free, fair, and justice delayed and justice denied. This one say the government plan, according to the president, say this gets for deal with issues that we get for do with bread and butter, especially within the country. But I tell you, if it were the previous country then country, then no government able to address issue of bread and butter, we continue for the suffer. So for we census come, census not come, will not make any difference. This one say good morning everybody at the studio, so be honest. He say Musa Tumbo, they not forbidden substituter yesterday. I good striker and I goal kicker and scorer from adaptation and hill station. They say we hope say this 2025 census it will be a success. No one controversy with Sabijis no when una go don't pull figure them problem don't begin come. And we all know even when the international committee said we can raise a lot of issues around census, we hope say we will learn from this. This one say government and the one they really in charge for make sure see everybody in this country then concern. This one say the public account committee, I think they don't do good work. We're glad for them. This one say we national team is say na disappointment. It say we really don't know what are the problem with football in this country. They say this one say I saw me John Kister and I be the best man for that team. This man would then put to a team then for Sakam. And last one say the last midterm census then tell we say one district a big pass free tongue. So no know the census what you get for tell we again. They say oh this country very interesting. They say we know say the 2025 census something other district and they can't go form just not for political interest. We all know the politics within into census. All right, this is over. Yes, Mr. President, as for the round of few seconds.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, census, as I say, now for lead and go know how then go put the country into compartments, boxes and all that. Forget say before in Sierra Leone, there be only 5 districts in there. District of Karine, Rungeta, Bandajuma, Panguma, and Kwenadugu. But as the population they increase, where they count, they get for no see no good to get so many people in one district like that, so they increase them into 12 districts. Then when in 2007 we do another census, where 2004, the Electoral Commission being therefore divide to the western area into 2 districts. We make them to 14 districts. Then of course the census of 2015. After that, there was a necessity for we get to new. So the population the checks dictates that one day. This now for management convenience, now for administrative convenience. Now he makes in the context. Like I say, no chief no go there. We no go on for no almost people there inside in chiefdom. No headman no go there. We no go on for no almost people there in village. And of course, no papa no go there. We know for no almost picking almost people in our house where they're responsible for. So very important for from time to time, and as we born every year, for we know say important for count. Look at the example where they give. In 1802, the first census, that be just Freetown, lying about them 400,000-500,000 people we get. In 1963, the population of Sierra Leone 2,180,000. 1974, it don't increase by 600,000. 2,735,000. But by 1985, we don't go to 2004. We don't go to 4,976,871. In 2015, we almost doubled that to 7,012,000. And then, of course, with the 2021 midterm census, it was 8 million. So you see, say the people then they born more than the one they already die. Okay. So the population they increase, and as then they increase, you get for increase the resources. You get for find where we go, we then call the people. I know go put all man inside one room.
Thank you very
then
much.
Then go choke.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Yes, Mr. Tokas.
Yeah, well, as before round up, I
because
think,
they asked that lessons learned.
Yes, basically, you said we don't talking we all talk that really we don't move from the past and now we move to the future. I want to take this opportunity for thank all the one who have done the work for SLRTC over the years. Thank God, amidst all of these challenges, one day we'll not ever say we'll get a major accident because of the control measures we don't put in place. And we want to make one the drivers them, one patient and the other staff them, of right now Lombly. The president get for go launch a new terminal and more buses they come. So we'll also go provide alternative jobs for owner when I go get for lost owner job. With regards to that post, I don't say yes. Those were things of the past, but we are now moving in the future. And how we go into the future, we now get technology that we don't deploy on the buses for what we can get the maintenance regime in place. Now let me just close with this one. I want you to wait. Right now, as I talk to you, the DEPA load in Lebanon, the bus boots the way they carry out this country, will be a novelty, like how you get something in London, then boots everybody now, all the corridors, we have upscale and upline, where you get your tap card and then you use a card. So a positive progress towards the climax is in place. I will implore people to forget the strategy.
Just a few concerns.
Just
it wasn't the same for sack the coach.
Well, I think say let them come home first. After which then we can see what they happen now in the national team. One text that we mentioned about Musa Noah Kamara in Mobile yesterday, I think say make a lot of sense. Probably we don't get time inside the game. But you know, the coach at the end of the day get the right decision from it to meet again Sarama.
Thank you very much for taking up Brapoli.
Paulie de tell us so. Today na Mambolo Chief Domba na Bia district.
Your name is Ibrahim Samora and I continue to listen to SLBC. We get more programs, news, and entertainment for you.